pumpkin carving just got a whole lot more interesting. Check it out. The divers at Sea Life are testing their skills underwater with sharks just lurking nearby.
Oh, what could
just
go
to add
wrong?
another element.
Yeah, what could go wrong? Shayne-Wells has that story for us from Bloomington.
We always love marveling over really cool carved pumpkins above ground, and I say that because we're at Sea Life Aquarium in the Mall of America, where they are doing some underwater pumpkin carving. And Mark Hoderick is one of the divers who does the carving. We pulled you out for a second. Tell us a little bit about how this actually works.
So what it is we get up in our gear, put on this nice Nemo costume, and we're going to go on the Rainbow Reef. What we do is bring a pumpkin inside. We do have to de-seed it, because if there's seeds and everything inside, typically what we call gutting a pumpkin in Minnesota, it would float around too much in our tanks. The fish would go after it. So our sharks, our tropical fish, they think it's food. So they're going to go after it, test it, put it in their mouth. Some will eat it. Seemore's out of our tank right now, so we got to remove Seemore from the tank. Otherwise, she actually eats vegetables. So
can you talk about who Seemore is?
Seemore is our green sea turtle. Okay. She's been here since the aquarium's been open, from my understanding. She was injured and rescued and brought to Sea Life. And the aquarists here, they take care of her. The divers, she likes us, but she can nip at our gear, so she may bite our hoses, which would cause a lot of air to rupture. So we have to take her out of the tank, and she'll eat the pumpkin too, because she likes.
I thought these sharks would be the biggest challenge, but it's actually Seemore. Is that accurate?
Seemore is probably the bigger challenge in this reef exhibit.
Okay, so when you actually you get it gutted, a weight is in there to keep it down, and then how do you actually do the carving underwater? Do you pre-draw?
We do pre-draw a little bit. I won't lie to you. They'll tell you that you can see it quite well. You can't. You do have a mask on, so you're trying to use a very small knife to cut open what's been drawn on the pumpkin. And the things that we're worried about when there is not really the shape, it's the other fish. So if we have to take a break or stop for a second, we want to make sure our blade is not pointed out to a fish, because they'll come right up next to us.
Do sharks have a taste for pumpkins? Like, and the fish, are they interested in eating the pumpkin?
The sharks do not. The fish do, because they're more exploratory. Like, what is in the water? Is it food? Is it not? Is it a small shrimp? Can I bite at it? Can I eat it? But they don't typically like to eat the stuff. They'll spit it right back out.
And finally, are you a better pumpkin carver or diver?
I would say a diver. I've been doing this since 2007, so it's much easier to be in the water cleaning and taking care of these aquariums than it is to just carve a pumpkin underwater.
Which we should mention. You have a lot of duties here. You didn't just come here to carve pumpkins underwater.
Correct. So our dive crew here at Sea Life, in the typical ocean, you have a lot of filter feeding organisms. They're very small, you don't see them. But in Sea Life, a lot of what you see is artificial. So we have to come in and scrub out every single one of these tanks from freshwater to saltwater and start scrubbing all the algae that the lights create over time. And we're in the tanks probably 3 to 4 times a week, at least 2 to 3 hours every day.
So sometimes carving, but most times cleaning and maintaining what's there. Mark, thank you. If you want to come see Mark and the other divers in costumes, there's different costumes, by the way, carving underwater. They do so on Thursdays and Sundays, 11:30 and 1 through the month of October. Back to you.